introducing the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bear Man, aka homie the Black Sheep. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, roller driven, buzzing, tune in, don't miss anything. Bringing the best of variety of different guests, keeping it real and less, they dress to impress. Every day chasing a check, follow, subscribe, and request. It's time to decompress, get everything off his chest, taking you guys on the quest into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter, another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel it, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention. The champ in the building, y'all watching Mr. TMI.
And that's the champs in the building. Cause yeah, what's up, y'all? TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate. The one, Thomas J, and none other than LaKenya Looks.
Look,
what the hell is that all about?
I see Kenya B. I don't know what you're talking about, but all right.
Yeah, I see Kenya B, but what the hell is the looks or whatever the hell that is?
Look, you shouldn't have been in the wrong room because we could have discussed it.
Exactly.
You know what? You're so right about that, and it ain't my fault that you went and said I do while you was drunk, and now you got a jacked up last name. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I was like, hold on, what's your last name again, dude? And then I was like, oh man, this messed up.
Like it's too late now.
It's too late now. I said I do. For words.
Kenya, I got the weirdest question I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say your significant other. Does it matter what your significant other last name is for you to marry?
Look, this is the crazy thing. I think that your last name should match. If that makes sense. So, like, if it don't go with your first name, you shouldn't even marry that person.
That's what you feeling? That is terrible.
That sounds complicated, actually. It sounds extremely complicated, but all right.
You know what I mean? What's your last name again?
Well, like if his last name is Booty, because there is some people out there last name Booty, would you be called Kenya Booty?
No.
Does
that compliment my first name?
I mean, it can.
I don't know. It depends on where you at.
Yeah, I mean, it can.
Yeah, absolutely.
It depends on what type of attire you got on.
And then they be like, "Here come Mr. and Mrs. Booty." Would you?
That's bad. That's terrible. That's terrible. Shit, if my last name was Booty, I'm going to get that shit changed in the morning.
You want to get changed when you get older?
No, I'm going to get changed in the morning.
That'll be the one time that they have to take the wife last name.
Yeah. No, that's not true. Zoe, what's her last name? She played Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy. But anyway, her husband took her last name.
For real?
Yes, sir. Sure did.
You talking about the thin lady?
Yes. Yep, her husband took her name.
The black lady, that Thanos' daughter.
Yes. Yeah, her.
Wow.
Yep, her husband took her last name. I mean,
so maybe it's probably a monetary thing.
Hey, look, she worked over $1 billion. I would take her last name too.
That's what I was gonna ask you, Thomas J. Is there a situation where you would take a woman's last name?
Absolutely. That damn yes. She is a multi-million/billionaire. Yep, that's me. I'm Mr. Zoe right there.
Well, I guess I'll be Tate Winfrey.
I'm gonna be like, hey y'all. Hey.
Proudly. Tate Winfrey.
Oprah don't like us.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, look, me and Oprah could get married, and I'll live in that damn house that whenever she mad and step in the house that he gotta live in. You seen that boy? It's like a palace. This motherfucker on punishment in a palace.
Stepman probably got 2 holes over there at all times. He don't care about that.
He don't care.
She
like, they just the cleaning ladies.
Yeah, she a cover story. That's Oprah don't like us. She don't like that thing in between. She don't like that. She want to.
Well, she's not being authentic to herself if she don't and has not came out and said it.
She want.
Are you saying Oprah likes monkey?
Yeah, she likes whisker biscuits. Yeah,
she likes monkey.
I mean,
wow.
You I guess
she can like whatever the hell she want. Like,
I don't trust. I don't like her. She. But I ain't gonna talk about that right now. That's not what the show is about today.
no. Forget
What
that.
you want to say? What you got to say?
Yeah, we don't give a damn.
Oprah don't like us. Oprah has been against the African American male her entire career.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
She don't like us at all, and you can see the company that she keeps. Her name is gonna be on a couple of lists that come up. That's why you ain't seen Oprah in a long time. Always
You know, she was just on there the other day while Gail went up to space.
Crying.
Well, I think her and Gail go together.
Oh yeah, they've been going together.
Yeah, I think that Gail is like that auntie that they say that you don't never know how they can. Like, that's your auntie. Like, bitch, how the hell she my auntie?
Yeah,
no,
they've been friends.
That's your auntie's roommate, so just call her auntie. We never knew that they was smashing hell. Can you be? we never knew that they was bumping monkeys.
I don't know. I don't know nobody like that when I was growing up.
And back in the day, they had them wolf monkeys. They was bumping wolf.
I don't know nothing about none of it.
All that static going on, just static. Scratching. All you hear is just that's what it sounds like right there.
Right. Back in the day when it looked like they walking around with kitchen sponges in their panties.
That's disgusting.
I wasn't looking at their panties. That was y'all.
Can you be? Where you been, girl? You've been missing for a couple of weeks.
Look, I've been missing. I'm barely hanging in there today because I have a migraine. But I'm doing some stuff, I've been moving around.
Well, that's wonderful because you show was missed, ma'am.
I hate that I missed the comedy show, but hopefully I'll be in that area, living in the DFW area when the next show come about.
Bet. Look, I'm gonna tell you just like this though. Can you be? We ain't gonna get all the way into it because we had a whole show last week about it.
I've seen.
But when I tell you, electrifying, girl, electrifying. So just take the first one that we was at and double it, and then put a half on the double.
Oh, I just hate that I missed it, that I could not be there in the presence of you guys.
Man, it was so much fun. And you was missed. Definitely you was missed. But I'm telling you.
I was so ready to come. Like, I'm gonna count this month as a wash for me. Hopefully I can redeem myself and have some movement going on in May. But April is not it.
April ain't it.
April ain't it.
It's almost over with anyway. Don't worry about it.
I can't wait.
It's almost
over. My son about to celebrate his 20th on the 23rd. Yep. I told him ain't no more teens after this, baby. It get real from here. I don't see everybody be talking about 21. No, damn that. 20.
Yeah.
20.
I don't know why I thought your son and my son was the same age, but my son a year behind your son.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, your son just a little bit behind, but
my son graduated last year. Your son had already graduated the year before that.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And tell him he got a little bit more time, because when you say 19 or do teen anything, we kind of give you that last little okay.
Time is up. See,
time up right now.
When he graduated, he was 18, right? So he went to college, and you're trying to figure out yourself. You know what I'm saying? For that, while you're in school, what you really want to do and all that. Then see where it messed up at is you had turned 19 up in there, so you done had a whole year to get your life together.
Right.
So now it's show and tell time. So what you finna do?
Yeah.
If you're sticking it out in school, you're going to trade school. What you doing? Because it's over. If you think that I'm gonna be supporting you, it's not gonna happen.
Well, don't say that out loud. There's some folks out there talking about we always kicking our kids out.
I didn't say kick them out. I said support. If you are able-bodied, you need to know exactly what you're gonna be.
Hey, mama.
Yeah.
You
ain't get no static from me. I agree.
Look, I ain't gonna put you out in the street, but however,
I
You're
will.
gonna have to have a job if you up in my house, or you're gonna be going to school.
Putting your
So
ass out.
I want to address that because you're right. We do kind of put that age on our kids where we say, man, 18, you got to be gone. And they ain't ready. They not
No.
ready. We wasn't ready. They not ready. But I will say that your kid got to have purpose in your home.
Yeah.
They can't just be another body taking up a room,
What you mean
eating
another
up
body?
everything.
Another bill.
Yeah, another bill and all that. No, what I mean by your kid got to have purpose.
Yeah.
The purpose is if they working and they're either paying bills in there or helping to build, as far as, okay, look, the game plan is we're going to pay this one off, then we're going to get another one. And then we're going to do that one that same way. Then that'll be your house. Then we'll work on that one, pay that one off, work on that one. If it's a purpose like that, because I think we are the culture that has missed out on that. We started it, but then we let it go because of our selfishness. And what I mean by that is everybody had grandma's house, and at grandma's house, grandma always had a couple of families living with her.
Yeah.
And
well, I think I don't think it's like that now because some people want a freeload. Like my daughter lived with me.
Yeah.
She moved when she was about 20. I think she was 23 because she's been gone for a while. However, ma'am, miss, you making damn as much money as me with your big time master's degree. So you gonna pay something up in here, because when you get out on your own, you need to know I don't need it. And 9 times out of 10, I end up giving it back to you anyway. When I gotta do different stuff and you can't cover it. However, I think that, but some people think that you have to do this for them. Like, and they don't have a purpose, like you were saying, in the house. So when you stayed at grandma's house, everybody was getting up going to work. You ain't come back to dishes in the sink. The trash was on the curb. Everybody had a role to play in the house. But now people want a freeload and don't want to play their role. If you know you don't go to work till 10 o'clock at night, put the shit in the crock pot. Put it in the crock pot. Don't nobody.
Wait a minute, can you be? If you know you don't go to work until 10 o'clock tonight, don't wake up at 9.
Exactly.
How about that part?
You need to be up contributing to the family, because if you work during the day, when you get off at 5, what you do? You cook, you clean, you do all this stuff. You don't go to bed. You don't go back to bed till about 10:30, 11.
Right.
So, but I'm not gonna put my son down unless he just is disobedient and disrespectful, which he's not. You ain't gonna stay here too long though, but
right. Because I feel like it gotta have a time frame.
Yeah.
It gotta have a purpose or a time frame, because when you don't have neither one, that shit get to going into these old ass bastards in your house now, and they feel like they more entitled than you. They feel like they look, what you mean? This my house too.
Yeah.
You ain't never asked me to do nothing before. What you gonna ask me to do something for now?
Now because you're mad today.
Yeah, that part. So in saying that, to me, can you be? We've created these little monsters, and what I mean by that is now, first of all, they got this attitude like you can't tell them nothing.
Who?
Hold on, I'm saying in general, not mine, because I will.
Not nobody that last name up in here.
Okay.
Because if I can tell you nothing, now I'm up to get on like you been shit on.
Right. Let me tell you something. They got this attitude like they got it figured out, and when you try to tell them, they get an attitude at you, but then when they mess it up, you the first one that they call to try to fix it. Which pisses me completely off. And it's this generation though. This generation is probably one of the most disrespectful generations of our time.
Yeah.
Thomas J, I saw you flinch. You gonna say something?
I just said indeed. I truly, but I have my issues with this generation. I think I've said it several times in the past too about them. But it kind of goes into what we're talking about tonight too. So
Absolutely, that's where I'm leaning.
Yeah.
That's where I'm leaning because hell, let's get into it. One of the most idolized examples of our lifetime, I'm gonna say, in how a woman is supposed to represent herself, especially a woman of color, is supposed to represent herself and has never showed you no whole shit. Let's be for real. She done been on TV damn near our whole lives, if not our whole lives. Ain't never showed you no whole parts. Because there's some of y'all out there that y'all typecast to the point where y'all only play hoes, but we'll get into that another day. I mean, I wonder, but this person don't display that. And anytime you ain't never seen her on nothing, rolling her neck with an attitude, popping off, down in black men, even though she was married to one of the froggiest frogs I've ever seen in my damn life.
Froggiest frog. Wow. All right.
The Jordan lover, we'll call him that. And in my opinion, ain't never did nothing but handle herself with grace, no matter what she was going through in her personal life. And so she recently had a Breakfast Club interview, and I don't have this part of the interview, but allegedly, and because I'm saying allegedly because I may not have the quote down perfectly, but she just simply said that young ladies, and to sum it up, young ladies need to, dress a little bit more appropriate, because when they're on these college campuses and stuff like that, basically they're not getting no respect. And men and professors, because these professors are young nowadays, they're looking at them a certain way and will never treat them in the manner of being a wife. Now, I've added that part on, but that's the summary of what I got from her. And guess what? She didn't even say it disrespectful. She was way respectful with it. And then all of a sudden, this coward ass internet, because that's one thing I want to bring up, because in my opinion, a lot of y'all cowards on the internet will never say this to these people face.
Ever.
Get on there calling her a helpmate or handmaid or some shit like that was supposed to be degrading to her. And the definition of whatever I just tried to say, I know I messed it up, but whatever I was trying to say is a person that shapes themselves in the mold in which they think a man want them to be. So it's kind of like trying to belittle her. Can you be you the female on the show? I know you done heard this crap. What's your
I actually don't know exactly which interview you're talking about. However, overall, they dressed like some little hoes. And I posted on Facebook not too long ago. Y'all smell like mildew wigs, weed, and love spell. That's what you smell like. That's what you smell like, and that's what you look like. You look dusty.
Right.
And I'm talking about your clothes, dusty. I'm talking about the way you carry yourself, the way you present. You could go and take a bath, and you still gonna look dusty when you step out. I never wore short stuff sometimes when I was younger, when I was going to the palace and I wasn't supposed to be at the palace. However, I've never dressed like that. Number one, I'm tired of every time I had to stand up, I had to pull my shorts down.
Right.
Because they just riding up. And I didn't like it because my aunts that were around me, they didn't dress like that. You know what I'm saying? The women that was around me, I'm talking about the role model women, they didn't dress like that. They had stable careers. They were positive. And today, if their husbands got up and left, they got something to fall back on because they went to work. So now these girls, they're looking at, if I dress this kind of way, I'm going to get this man. And I don't even know if it's really their fault because the men are still choosing them. So we can't really.
Well,
we
hold
can't
on,
really
King
blame
B. Let
them.
me step in real quick.
Ah.
So you saying the men still choosing them,
Yeah.
but and I think that's true. However, you got to ask, what are the men choosing them for?
It don't
Because
matter.
it damn
They're
sure
giving
ain't.
them the work.
It damn sure ain't wifey material in which they're choosing them in.
They is wiping these little dusty girls up.
Because they enjoy the chaos. See,
That's what they're doing. They're wiping these little dusty 1, 2, and 3. They're wiping them up because why is it if somebody wasn't giving me attention and I was looking for a relationship, and 10 men told me it's because of the way that you're dressed and you're not getting no attention, what you think I'm gonna do if I'm really looking for a relationship? I'm probably gonna change the way I
Wait. So no, I'm kind of having trouble with that, and let me tell you why. Y'all always say, "Damn, I can go to the grocery store looking raggedy as hell, and don't even be trying to look for nobody, and men be trying to holler." Right?
When they
I
start back doing that? Hold on, when did
I
they
hear
start back doing that? These
I hear
girls are
that
going to the grocery store in full makeup,
they go to the gym
Oh.
in full makeup.
sweating all over the place.
That don't even make no sense.
That don't
But
make no sense.
can you? Ladies still saying, man, when I go out, I ain't even trying to look for nobody, and people be trying to holler. So,
Well, maybe I need to put my bonnet on.
in saying that, I definitely understand that some of these women are catering to what's getting the attention. And
Yes.
what is getting the attention is showing your body on Instagram but now it ain't even about us. It really haven't been about us for a little bit of time now. It's been about them getting attention. They don't care where they get the damn attention from. It's just them getting attention.
Well, but where are they mostly getting the attention from?
Each other with all these
Oh,
got bells out here.
wow. What is that word you said? You know, I don't even care. So let me go ahead and chime in on this myself. The I've actually had this conversation before, and with several women, and they've made it very clear that, you know, when they do get dressed up and all that stuff, they're not doing it for men attention. They're actually doing it for other women. Don't know what that means, but I got an idea. It's not sexual. It's just a more of a, you know, competition thing, or hey, I got to be the baddest one out here tonight when I
That
step out.
poet.
And that's fine. I mean, everybody wants to be in the number one seed and stuff like that. So I get that, but
That's what
where
it is.
the difference is that's not what's going on right now. It's it's real. It's really difficult to kind of put your finger on it because, you know, like you stated earlier, you can't really say much to people anymore because everybody got something to say. Everybody's really kind of they're really combative. You know, no one takes criticism for what it is anymore. They don't even know what the word is actually. You know,
Yeah.
constructive criticism at that.
Yeah.
So when someone does, you know, make a statement that you don't like, they automatically say, "Oh, you hating," or they want to try and downplay you or talk bad about you. Which
Yeah.
one, you can't do that to me. I mean, I've come from a really tough cloth, and believe me, writing jokes is hard, but talking about a motherfucker is second nature. I promise you.
Simple.
I will burn you where you stand, and you'll be ready to fight me. And that's another thing you don't want to do because you're gonna lose that shit too. So,
Yeah.
so it's gotten to a point where, because see, my problem with the whole conversation is, you know, Felicia made a very valid point. Now you might not like it, but it's a valid point. You know, she's not saying you have to go put on a full ball gown or all that shit. Like she just made a statement of make yourself, you know, look a little bit more presentable. That's what it was. It ain't got nothing to do with picking up people or picking up men or picking up women. It just make yourself look more presentable because the way in the direction we're going right now, folks will be walking around naked in a second, or just outside in bra and panties, or just
Well,
in
they did
boxers
that
or whatever
already,
the case may be.
Kanye.
That fucking imbecile. I don't even want to talk about him. He's the world's biggest idiot. Well, not no, he's like in the top 5 as far as I'm concerned. But see, and the young lady started going, you know, left, trying to talk bad about Felicia because, like they always say, a hit dog gonna holler. She said something that did not, that the young lady didn't like, and in return, she tried to, belittle her, or she tried to say, whatever it was that she said, talk sideways to her. I mean, if it didn't bother, if it didn't bother you, you shouldn't have said anything. And then what everyone's coming to arms is because of who she got sideways with. I mean, Felicia Rashad, she's not one of those celebrities that's been in the news in any type of negative light, even though she's had 2 divorces. No one cares about that shit. It wasn't anything. It never ended anything bad. It was just some things that, if we found out about it, like, damn, she got divorced. Oh, damn, she got married. Okay.
I was glad when I found out Ahmad wasn't in the picture no more.
Well,
I was mad when she married that bastard.
I mean, he was like 7, but anyway, I mean, that's cool.
I was mad as hell.
I mean, it is what it is, but
and I was 10.
I think these young ladies, and there's some dudes out there too. They don't know how to take constructive criticism. They take everything, and if they don't like it, now you either hating or I'm gonna talk bad about you. You know what?
The worst word that could have ever been used.
Is
you hating.
Like, wow.
When you try to correct some goddamn body from doing something stupid.
Yeah, believe me, if I hated you would know.
Man, let me say this, man. First of all, I want to tell the young lady that went off on Felicia Rashad, she wasn't even talking to you, ho.
Ouch.
She was talking to the young girls and the young ladies that may need a little direction on how to be a lady. She wasn't talking to the hoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
you already made your decision. She can't even bring you back from your whole stage. You in whole stage 3 and 4 by the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You a master degree hoe. She wasn't even talking to you.
Wow.
So, and that's what killed me, because these hoes is trying to act like they the voice of the women, and you're not.
Yeah, no.
Because even if it's not Felicia Rashad, if it's Kenya B, somebody who always represent themselves to be a woman, a lady, and let's just say, for instance, Kenya B tell her daughter, "Hey, yo, that's too short. Hey, you kind of looking a little wild out there." You got the right. That's like you telling your daughter that, and then some hoe saying, "Excuse me, don't listen to what she say. Yeah, you can wear your shorts.
You can look like a thotty potty if you want to."
A what?
A thotty potty.
You know what? I don't even care what that means. I feel like I just learned something, or I don't know.
A thought pocket.
Thought pocket. But no, it
kills me when my fault, Thomas J. It kills me when folks speak up that we ain't even talking to you. Like when we talk about men shit, we not talking to no wimp that's still laying at home with his mama, depending on everybody else to take care of him. We're not talking about you. You could never relate to us.
No, you really can't. And it's just to the point now, and I kind of got an idea where it all started and shit like that. It started when they really started enforcing, government to be inside of the house and shit.
Facts.
You can't say anything. You can't say this. You can't say that. You can't, you can't say these things to these people because it's going to hurt their feelings. You know what? I live in a different part of the multiverse, and I could give 2 shits and a can of Pepsi less about what somebody's feelings are. That's what's wrong with the state of the fucking country right now. You got so many people that are so tender that you can't say anything to them. If they get either they get mad or they get hurt. Oh, you hurt my feelings. You know what? A lot more is going to get hurt the longer you stay around me. So you probably want to go ahead and move around.
Y'all know where this started, though? You know where this started? The doing me generation. I'm doing me.
Yeah.
And that statement of I'm doing me has ruined so much, because these are the bastards you can't tell nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm doing me. You just hating. That's another generation. These motherfuckers that think everybody hating on them. No, you're making yourself look like an asshole.
They're the first.
How about that?
Some people, they're not going to be able to go with us. At the end of the day, you cannot take everybody along. And the the women, not the women, the girls that I expect a 21, 22-year-old girl to be half naked.
Right.
Okay, that's what you think is popping at the time. However, when a lady comes in, give you some direction on how to carry yourself, that's something that you should take in and let it sink in. You may not do it right then, but if you actually watch the women that are successful, and we're talking about successful by not being in drama, not being in the media with no whole bunch of mess going on, you don't see them half naked. When you see them half naked, they in a moving out in a bikini, and that's it.
I don't
You
think you
won't see
ever saw Felicia Rashad have
exactly.
nigga.
Yeah, I ain't never seen her body. I'm
Exactly. So we
could have showed it once.
we have allowed
No.
society to dictate what our kids are doing.
We should-
Because the women are, y'all are getting these, they ain't got no money to get this lace front and all this wheat and all this hair and this makeup. The parents are giving them that. So if you don't teach them now, when they get older, y'all call us auntie, but some of y'all be standing right next to me. Y'all be thinking I'm the same age as y'all, and I'm old enough to be your mom.
That part.
Yeah,
That part, can you?
Cause y'all looking like auntie, auntie times two. Yeah, I'm an auntie. I think I got like 15 nieces and nephews.
Right.
And when I see my nieces or anybody, and if I don't like what they got on, I'm gonna say something. And don't talk back to me because I'm just telling you something that's gonna help you in the future.
You know, it comes down to, I mean, it's a really simple thing, and we just kind of got away from it. Is, you know, it starts at the house, man. You should one, instill enough confidence and love into your kids that when you do speak, or when you let them know, hey, when an adult is trying to tell you something, you might want to listen. Now, if it's some shit, then just not to. But you know, it starts at home when you kind of give your child enough self-esteem that even when you say, hey, this ain't the way, you look, you're a beautiful young lady or handsome, you know, this, wherever you decide you want to go in life, go that direction. Yeah, you might have some people that's gonna talk shit about you, but you know what? Don't worry about that, because I need you to understand who you are.
Yeah.
I need you to understand who you are when you leave this house every single day. You know, that's where it starts, because now when I go outside or I go to school, everybody's like, oh man, look what you got on. Yeah, you know what? I like what I got on. I mean, ain't my fault you're not confident enough in being like me, you know, and eventually that's going to be, yeah, you got to always defend yourself, but eventually folks going to leave you alone. They're like, damn, I can't even get to this motherfucker. Or if it gets to a point where they want to try and jump you because you're somebody different, then that's when you get your family involved. Now, hey, let me get all my cousins and
off in this mother.
Yeah, we about to go ahead and beat the hell out of them, you know. So you just got to be able to, you know, instill confidence and respect into your child, and it's a daily thing. It's not something that happens once every blue moon. It is a daily thing, and I mean that comes into parenting. All that shit falls into the same bucket of being a parent.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
So,
but a lot of the parents lack self-esteem themselves that they cannot pour into their children. You know, they still trying to figure themselves out, that they can't even pour into them and give them anything positive because they don't have nothing positive to give. So when you have women, especially Black women that are on a platform that are trying to give you a little guidance, you need to take it. And then now they're saying, is that the same thing Monique was telling women about wearing bonnets everywhere? I hate it. Why, I don't want to see no bonnets or no bed clothes. Because in my brain, I feel like you just got out the bed and left. So I think you stank for one. You know, you just rolled on out the bed. You didn't wash your face. That's for the house. And then I know some people were going back and forth. Well, if I'm on a plane and I'm traveling, I might want to put my bonnet on. I normally wear my hair short. If I'm on a plane laying down, I tie my hair up like this. But I guarantee if I stand up out that seat, you ain't gonna see nothing.
The game banker scarf coming off.
You know what, man? That's
under the collar like this.
So real quick,
shit.
let me say this real quick, because my boy T-Time on here, and he's a teacher, and all the time he be telling me about how scantily clad the students come to school in, as far as their clothing, and I'm gonna tell you just like this. That's why it's so important for both the mother and the father to be in the household. Because I'm gonna tell you just like this. There has been times where Vaughn say, "Oh, that's cute," but Tate said, "Oh, hell no, she not wearing that."
Yeah.
Because although it's cute to mama, daddy know how niggas gonna be looking at it. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And it gotta have both sides to analyze the situation in order for that kid to say, okay, you know what? I see where my boundaries are.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things to unpack in what you just said, and there's a lot of truth in there as far as having to have both parents. But being a parent is a constant thing. There's no manual for it.
Yeah.
So, you have to make sure, and this goes for guys and girls, when you laying down with somebody and you're doing it to a point where, the end result could be a child being conceived, you gotta ask yourself, am I ready for this? Am I ready to do am I ready to be a parent? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a very transparent moment right now for me. No, I wasn't. When my son's mother told me at 19 years old that I was about to have a son, I was like, what? And I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready the first year that he was here. But he saved my life. And then from that point on, I had to realize, like, yo, I got to be in this dude's life. I mean, he just saved mine. So the least I can do is bring him up, be there for him, do things, be that father, be that authority, and also be that place that he can run to, that fun, notice never say friend, but that fun aspect of his life, and show him all the things that maybe I didn't have, or show him stuff that I did have and show him better. Because my son came to me one day. It's just a quick moment. He told me, he's like, Dad, I know you think I don't listen to you and stuff like that, but I do. I just want to be like you when I grow up. I said, don't be like me. I want you to be better than me.
Facts.
And I always tell him, even now, he just turned 30, a week or two ago. I just told him, I said, I don't ever want you to be like me. I want you to always strive to be better than me.
Mm-hmm.
So
not bigger, but better.
Yeah, I mean, shut up. So it goes back to, ladies, when you laying down with this dude, or fellas, when you laying down with this chick, and you doing all the stuff that could be an end result of having a child, ask yourself, do I want to be tied to this woman? Not only just tied to her, but do I have what it takes to be a father? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Do I have what it takes to be a father? And if so, then you know what? Hey, you know what? All right, it's finna go down up here. It's gonna be some cheeks getting clapped. But
you had it right. Do you want to be tied to her? Because if you automatically say tied to her, you don't really want her.
Yes.
If you got to be tied to
her, when you say, "Oh, would I like to have a child by her?" She got a little bit of potential going on over there, But when you say tied to her, do I want to be locked down with her? It's over. Don't even hit it.
And think about
she already drawn.
Think about this, can you be Thomas J? The seed that a man carry is so valuable.
Unless it's a sunflower
seed. Because it's part of you that you are like I ain't gonna lie. When my wife first got pregnant, I was so like, I just wanted to see what the hell something that I helped to create was gonna look like.
I'm glad they don't
like the hell did I shut up? What the hell did I like? How is this kid gonna be? You see what I'm saying? And in knowing this, I'm like, yo, I know that my seed valuable, and everybody don't deserve some of my jewels. Now I know a lot of it has ended up in sheets, blankets, slings,
I'm gonna throw up now,
pillowcases, all kind of shit. However, you don't want to throw your seed in the trash can of a woman that you can't rely on to help raise a decent human being with you.
Yeah.
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 Because no matter what type of father you are or mother you
Yeah.
are, if you got garbage feeding the other side, or let's just say that person gone, you don't know where the hell they at. But guess what? How is it that kids start acting just like that son of a bitch that's gone and didn't have no influence? How is that?
You are.
Because of the
That's why
seed that was
overseas
planted.
that's why they do, you know, over in Africa, they pick who you marry because they don't want no trash coming
In their
into
damn lineage.
in their dang own family. And that's just how it is, because if you can change, you can direct your kids. However, if they have their bloodline, what kind of bloodline is it? Is it some trash?
Ken, you saying it? So no matter fathers, what y'all do, y'all can be upstanding citizens. But if the mama a hoe,
it's gonna be, you gonna beat the hoe out the kid.
You go,
not necessarily, because you can guide them. But if
I've seen it.
Can you go back into weaponizing the kids? So if y'all not on the same sheet of music, then no matter how I guide them, whatever is appeasing to that child at the moment, that's where they're gonna go. So if you can party at mama's house, it don't matter what daddy saying. Daddy could be there. Okay, they got a divorce or whatever. Daddy could be there full time. He could be a great father. But if mama is not parenting or have the same values as dad, what's gonna happen to the kids?
Can you be? I agree with you, but it's in the genes. Can you be? I've seen where the mama had the baby and died. And that little girl grew up around all of the goodness. But something about that inner hoe fought through that baby and blossomed and came out.
Ain't not always true.
Ain't never been around hoes, but she just knew in her veins it was just something that made her want to sell it.
You didn't read that in no book.
Something just made her want to sell it. It was just something in her inner loins that made her. You don't even say it, a little hot heifer. She hot for some reason. Hold on. So mama said, my daughter and I always told each other without attitude and disrespect, if something didn't look presentable, we call it looking stinking.
Yeah, you look stinking.
You look stinking. So we didn't wear it. And you know what? That's the I'm gonna tell you just like this. Yes, I've always noticed my mama and my sister. My sister ain't never been out there with the goods out and all that other crap. Because not only from mama she would get it, from daddy she would get it, and guess what? She got 2 brothers. So we wasn't having that, and wasn't no dude on the street gonna treat my sister like just any old thing.
But see, again, that goes back to where was everybody out in the house when that happened? Everybody was at the house. It starts at home.
At home.
Yeah. We didn't
play. Came together and they, you know, they talked to, you know, all y'all talked to her, you know, at some point, and that got embedded into her.
No, it wasn't even talk. It was just the actions.
Well, I mean, all that stuff. I mean, everything. Everything was embedded in her, so that way, you know, as an adult, you don't have to worry about that type of behavior, because she found out at an early age, like, well, somebody gonna fuck me up if I wind up doing this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it safe over here. And that particular stuff that y'all are talking about, you know, my husband or my whoever is going to see that, and that person only. So, you know, it starts at home, and it's not just always just the parents. It's not just the parents all the time, because guess what? My father, you know, I don't want to speak too ill of the dead, but you know, he was a POS, and he wasn't there for me. You know, I can only recall 3 times that I actually spent time with my father, and there was little to no conversation at all. You know what I'm saying? So my brothers stepped in. All of my brothers stepped in. They all stepped in, and they helped me with that father figure that I was missing. So I never like wanted.
You never felt empty.
I didn't. You know, I met my father when I was 7 years old. That nigga showed up at the door one day. I'm like, who is this old nigga with my face? That's crazy. You know, it was the weirdest shit ever. I'm like, who is this old nigga? He hung around through last few years of my elementary, and then my freshman year, nigga was gone. The next time I saw my father, he was on his deathbed at the hospital.
Wow.
So, but I grew up to be a upstanding citizen, man, because I had brothers.
Yeah.
That stepped in because they knew this dude was trash. He was a trash panda.
We gotta pick the ball up. We gotta pick the ball up where he dropped it. They knew that.
Ask, is that we do that. Women do that. But see, nowadays, and it goes back to another thing where I don't say nothing to my baby. Fuck you. I am going to say something to your baby.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep your baby, alive, or I want to keep your baby from getting trafficked, or I'm trying to keep your baby. Let your baby understand, hey, it's more to life than this bullshit. The internet and it used to be people say, oh, it's TV. No, it ain't TV no more because ain't nobody watching TV. It's these little things that we walk around with all day.
Damn internet, right here.
Right here, you have everything. So now
it's tracking device.
Exactly. So now it comes back down to, like, if I had anybody who had young children, and that's a part of my life as far as like my friends, family, whatever, I'm going to make sure that I'm protecting this child. I'm going to be instilling things into this child. Now, it's going to be up to the parents to help push this shit through, but I'm not going to falter on my part of the job, which is, hey, little girl, little boy, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to at least point you in the right direction. If I ever see you out in the streets acting a fool, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm popping you upside your goddamn head, and I'm calling your parents while I'm out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? So please understand, and that's what we used to do back in the day. Now everybody's like, oh man, you can't talk to these young kids. Shit, the hell I can't. Oh man, they pull a gun, and guess what? I got 2 of them.
Right. Nobody's scared of these little big bastards.
And people always say, oh, well, man, what if they shoot? If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Half these niggas ain't shoot. If they do put guns, they ain't gonna hit nothing. They're gonna hit something behind me, and now I gotta fuck you up. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this though, because one thing these kids know, they are very smart and they know what adult they can pull what with.
Yeah.
They're not just going to disrespect because of the way you carry yourself.
I know, and my son did it to me. Go ahead.
And it is so important, like even with my sister, going back to my sister, although there was a very catchy song out around that time, we let her know it wasn't no hoes in this house.
Shot down, what's up?
So I had to get that out. Yeah, but
that was
JC Ortega said his father never had a father-son talk with him.
Same here.
I'm gonna tell you just like this. My daddy never had that father-son talk with me as far as, and I'll take it this route, as far as sex. It was my big brother that came to me and said, yo, all right, you straight, so-and-so this, that, and this, and that. It was, but who taught him? My daddy.
My brother didn't tell me. You know how I found out about sex? Back in the day, you used to have cable. Well, you didn't have cable, but you turn on the skin channel and
the squiggly lines, and then it'll straighten up. And you
for a second, just long enough.
Yeah.
I found out about it. And then,
Mama, we was at Auntie Lynn's house, and she had on TV since you on here, and we used to turn to the list because you can hear it.
I used to watch the nasty section.
Yeah, you can hear it, but you couldn't see it. And every once in a while, the picture is straighten up.
Like somebody sitting there like these little nasty niggas watching. Give them a little something.
Ooh. That's all we got was like 4 seconds of ooh.
But no, I mean, I was there too. And, I again, to kind of talk about what CJ said, I mean, he said, I remember the squiggly lines. I know, man. Hey,
that's JC. Take them damn sunglasses off.
I said JC, Nick.
You said CJ.
I said JC, Nick. I can read.
Keep it going.
Public school, Nick. Regardless of right, Nick, ACA. No matter what, though, I mean, we still have to be able to talk to these kids, man. And if the parents ain't shit, have a conversation with them first. Whether it be brother, sister, cousin, auntie, whatever. But hey, man, look, sit down and have a conversation with them. You know what? Well, fuck it then. You're CJ, nigga.
God damn it. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Hey, you know what? whatever. I suffer from OLD. But we need to make sure that we talk to whoever the parents are. If you know their parents ain't worth shit, have that conversation with them too.
Right.
You know, you can't
Thomas
have a
J.
conversation with some of these rat
Thank
pants.
you. Thank you. Go ahead. Can you be?
You can't have a conversation with
Yes,
some.
you can.
Some people are too far gone.
No.
Those are the people that we have. You can't take them with you. It's no coming
And then-
back from them. Now their kids
That's what I'm
may
saying,
be able to be saved if they're able to get in, because you know they don't really have the Boys and Girls Club no more like they used to.
Yeah, I know.
They don't really have the Big Brother and Big Sister program like they used to, because now the people that should be doing it, they want to put on skinny jeans, the guys, and jump up and down, and the girls, the women, they want to go get BBLs like the 20-some-year-olds. So it's just all effed up. It's
Right.
like all effed, like I don't even know what it would take for society to get back to actually parenting the kids on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, you be scared. Kid running the street, you be scared to tell them a car coming because the parent gonna come out and push you out. Okay, I guess your ass just get hit. Like what are we doing here? And they don't. It's like they get an attitude when you try to correct their children. You know, so if you don't want me saying nothing to your kids, do not bring them over to my house.
Absolutely.
Well, don't come by me because I kicked the shit out of this kid at CVS.
Wow.
I kicked the shit out of this kid. My temper too bad. I'm sorry, but I thought the police was gonna come get me. I beat his ass.
You going down, but don't say that no more. Good thing they closed down some of the CVS.
No, it happened so long ago. It happened so long ago. We might be talking about a little adult by now. I kicked his ass, though. I bet you he remember that. Hey, so I want to bring this to an abrupt end because we got to get in. Our one of our most popular segments of the show. Can you be?
That LaKenya has nothing to
and that is man law violations. Let's get into that. But to summarize our topic, man, it's all of our responsibility. We got to come together as a community and show them better than we can tell them. Because sometimes you just can't tell them, but you got to show them. And this bad behavior that they're displaying, we got to stop giving this shit attention.
You know what? I hear what you say as far as a community, but I'm gonna take it even further. We need to start working on our house first.
Yeah.
Work with your family, because we all got a cousin or a nephew or somebody that's in the house right now that you know is bad as hell out here doing all this shit, and we just keep walking past. Man, you just bad. I don't know. No, you know what you need to do? Grab that little nigga by his collar and pin him up against the wall and say, "Hey, look, we need to talk." And the minute they start talking shit, then that's when you put the hands on them. You know what? I'm cool with putting hands on teenagers. I really don't. When you hit 16, you can get hit throat in the stomach. I don't give a fuck. But you're going to listen to me. And every time I see you, if you're still having that same behavior, the same shit going to happen. Matter of fact, I'm going to run up on you. I'm going to run up on you out in the streets while you with your little partners and shit like that. I'm going to run up on you. I'm going to grab your ass, and I'm going to embarrass you in front of them until you understand that what I'm doing to you is I'm loving you. I'm not trying to make you not be. I'm trying to make you better. I'm trying to keep you out of these folks' cages. Because either you're gonna be in a cage or you're gonna be in a box. Huh?
They act like they want to go down there, like they be like, "I'm bored. Let me go to jail."
And you know what? I've told.
I had a cousin where you thought jail was his summer home.
I've told cousins. I've told nephews, do not call me if them people get you. Now, if it's a traffic thing, that's one thing. But if you out here wilding out, you done some shit, you done got caught selling, whatever the case may be, do not ring my phone, because at this point, I'm done, because I know that at some point, I have talked to you, and I've talked to you, and I've talked to you. And if you have not decided to take any type of advice, then you know what? Hey, you know more than I do. But like I tell my own son, who been here longer? Who been here longer? All the shit that you probably have thought about doing, I've done it already. Why do you think I'm 5 steps ahead of you all the time? Why do you think I always have conversations with you and you like, oh shit, I didn't know. Yeah, I've done it. So let's start in the house first before we worry about the community. Because if everybody takes part in their house, we get our communities back.
We can get our
But
community.
here's what I want to say to that, and I'm respecting time.
Yeah.
So I want to say this to that. Even if you got your house straight, I think it's important to, like, I used to reach out if my son is calling you his friend.
Oh yeah,
There's a certain expectation that I expect out of you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be in my house, or if my son is gonna be with you outside the house, or daughter, you need to be somebody that I know ain't gonna get them into no bullshit, which is that can happen.
Yep,
it can happen. Yeah.
I was that
So
friend.
I won't go too far up into that. Can you be? You got something lastly to say about this?
I don't have anything lastly to say.
Well, I got something to say. Man law violations.
Let's get it. All right. Me real quick.
Things.
Go ahead. What you got?
Wait, you got something?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I got things men can't do at a festival, at any festival or amusement park.
That's hilarious. Go ahead.
First of all, two men can't ride no roller coaster together. It's just something about two men screaming at the same time that is not fucking G. I'm sorry. That
Why?
hold on. A man can't walk through the damn park eating cotton candy. None of that big ass fluffy pink bullshit.
Nope. Look like a pillow in your mouth.
Can't do it. You damn sure better not be caught with a hot dog on a stick.
You know them hot dogs on stick be busting out.
Wait, hell no. I don't give a damn how busting it is. You can't get caught with it. I want to say men at them festivals or amusement park can't be caught wearing anything that light up or glow in the dark. Unless you security. Your ass can't be caught with that. Lastly, another man can't simply invite another man to a festival or amusement park. It's just something.
So when Six Flags open up, you telling me that you can't invite Thomas J to Six Flags?
Hell no. I can't say, hey brother, you want to go to the festival?
No.
Nah.
But hey, I'm going to this festival.
Hey, the festival coming on this date, bro.
Yep.
We'll be there. And that's it. You gotta leave it.
So you can't invite him to the Mimosa Festival.
Hell no.
No, hell no. Especially not no liquor. No.
Oh no.
Men ain't supposed to be drinking mimosas no way with you.
That part.
You ain't drinking orange juice and champagne pop. Now you're gonna be up there every time some music come on, you're gonna be like, hey, and
the only thing a man can drink with orange juice is gin.
I don't even trust that no more. These
right.
Sassy pants ass nigga. Just kind of
I pass it over to Thomas J.
Before I get into mine, I just want to piggyback on one the festival or amusement park. Don't have your big sweaty greasy ass walking through the park licking on no ice cream cone.
No.
If you got ice cream, put in the bowl or some shit, nigga. Don't be walking around with a whole goddamn cone in your hand. Put that shit in the bowl or something.
Something's wrong with you.
Crush it up or something. Put some grass in there or something. You better don't sit there and be walking around licking the goddamn, and you doing this with your wrist.
Train your taste buds not to even want that shit when you out there.
You better take that shit to the car and let the windows up or something. You better not let me catch your ass out there. Eat no goddamn ice cream cone. This my man law violations are geared towards these sassy ass niggas. Men, leave stuff alone. If it seems like it belongs or is better suited for women to do, let them have it. I'm sick of you niggas out here doing stuff that you ain't got no business. This new line dance, this boots on the ground. If I catch one of you niggas out here with a fan in your hand, I swear for Lord, I'm throwing a whole table at your ass. I swear.
Look, can I cut you off, Thomas J?
Go ahead.
So I was in here trying to learn the boots on the ground dance.
You okay though?
Right.
So I told Derek, come on in here. He told me I'm just gonna two-step right here.
Damn right. Way to go, Derek.
Yes, because I would have.
Hey, because the second, let me tell you where it's at. The second that Derek slapped that fan on his thigh,
yep,
two niggas out of nowhere gonna beat the shit out of him.
Just jumping him. Gonna jump him, I swear. You understand me? Niggas, let me catch you out there popping a fan and shit over there trying to whoa.
Okay, can they do the line dance and not pop the fan up?
They can do the line dance, but they cannot do that fan.
They
can't have a fan.
No fan. I've seen too many videos over the last 5 days where these sassy niggas out here popping fans and all that shit.
Yeah.
What you doing this? No,
It ain't
no.
nothing hard.
You know, last time I
G
did something
about
like
that.
this with something in my hand when I was popping pencils back in high school. That's when I was last time.
Oh
That
Lord,
was it.
you
That's
ready?
I'm just
Hold your pencil straight.
you gotta hold the pencil straight. You gotta just but now these
Because
niggas
think
out
about
here
it, can you
with
be?
fans and shit. No.
Can you be? Let me add to Thomas J. Can you be? This a question for you. Name one time that it's acceptable for a man to have a damn hand fan in his hand.
Exactly.
Name at any point. Not in church.
Nope.
Not nowhere.
Nope.
It's not acceptable.
Now that I think about it, I have never seen it.
And you never
Thank
should.
you. And you shouldn't see it because of no damn line dance.
I'd
Go ahead, Thomas J.
I'd have been outside when it was 106 degrees outside, sweating like a hooker in church.
So you just gonna let it get all in your eye. If you ain't got no white towel,
never. I'm just saying, I'm not about to sit up here and pop no goddamn fan out and do this shit. Look how weird this look right now. Me doing this.
It's not even a manly move.
Let
me tell you something. Even without a fan, if a man is hot outside, he can't even do that. He can't do
this.
No, hell no.
This right here.
You got to die.
You better
rub your t-shirt or something.
He can't do this.
No, can you look at your hand? Look what your hand is doing. Pay attention to your hand.
You fuck around and do that in the Cadillac and pull up and nigga get out and just slap shit out you. Get back in the stand and leave. Don't do that. Another thing, fellas, if you putting on any type of pants, blue jeans, motherfucking slacks, sweatpants, and as you pulling them up and they pass your knee and they start getting tight, nigga, abort it. All right? That shit is turning real gay. It's turning real skinny, real fast.
Wait, run that back. If you putting on jeans, and as you pass your knee, the fabric starts to squeeze your thigh as you pulling that shit up. Abort it. Those are not your pants no more. Give them to your child. Because if you hop one time,
you got one time to hop. I hope your ankle breaks.
You hop one time.
I hope it breaks. I hope it breaks.
But these dudes is walking around here because they pants be real tight, and y'all, I be having to struggle sometimes. I have to put my pants on, walk around the house. They be so tight, so they can loosen up a little bit before I button them up. And some of these men's pants be tight like that now.
Let me go ahead and get that.
I gotta always put you in the scenario. Can you be? You come in the house and your man is laid on his back,
pulling,
squeezing and pulling and trying to button some jeans. You need to shoot him on the spot. I know you got a pistol. You need to just put him out of his misery at that point.
This nigga done popped the damn belt loop because he done had his finger up in there trying to pull the pants up. And the goddamn belt loop done popped.
Damn hips shouldn't even be that big anyway.
Exactly. Should not be in them goddamn pants. Cut that shit out. Cut it out.
I'm done.
What else you got?
One more thing. Fellas, stop chewing with your goddamn mouth open. Stop that shit. You gonna fuck around.
But that's just nasty.
It is nasty, but stop doing all that shit. Stop chewing with your mouth wide open. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to see it. And there's nothing that you should be eating that you got your mouth. No, I don't want to cut this shit out. You gonna fuck around and catch a brick upside the head.
So a dude can't pop gum on the back of their teeth like the girls do.
You know what? Oh, let me tell you something.
King, you ever wait? Hold on, Tate. You ever had somebody run at you full speed and hit you right like in your midsection, like just take you off your goddamn feet? That's
remember
that's what happened. If I catch a nigga over there just sitting there.
No, hold on. I gotta step in real quick. So the ladies used to say, because I say, how you pop your gum? And they used to say, because I got a cavity, right? They'll say I got a cracked tooth or a cavity or whatever. Sometimes I be chewing gum and it'll pop. I ain't necessarily trying to do this. I ain't sitting there going.
So you telling me you think you're gonna get that cavity fixed?
No, I just got a little space right there where the air and the bubble in it.
You better put a sock in there, son. You better cut a sock up.
Matter of fact, don't chew no more gum.
Yeah, chew no. I just said don't chew no gum.
Like get a peppermint, Nick.
Sitting there just popping gum and shit like that. Because the more you pop gum, your hand gonna all of a sudden start to turn in a little bit, and then it's gonna hit there right there on your hip, and that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna stand. See how comfortable that look with you? You don't need to see no man out there standing there chewing gum with his goddamn hand on his hip, like Like, what you doing? Oh, I'm thinking about something. No, you ain't. You ain't thinking about nothing. No. Cut that
Man,
game.
let me tell you
What's
something.
wrong with y'all?
No.
That's one of my favorites. But then we're gonna go into our show ending favorite. I gotta do it.
Let's
Effed
go.
up with funny videos, y'all.
Let me see what you got. Let me see what you got.
Here go the first one.
Oh, that little cart is dying. That little
That little car is dead.
That thing's like, please put a bullet in me. Please.
It sound like that was the lead to something exploding. That it like the bike was gonna get to the end and explode.
Man,
look at the person. They just took their camera off. Tell them, what is this damn noise?
Right.
If you get that big, grocery shopping should be against the law.
Stay your ass in the house. That's what you do.
Like they should arrest you on the spot for grocery shopping.
Well, everything in your basket better be something healthy.
But guess what? It is not. And then they always got a little kid with them getting the stuff off the shelf for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Get that bag right there. Them donuts right there. Get the donut. They're
right there. Don't be in there by themselves because they're gonna ask you to help.
Yeah, get them donuts right there. Get them.
If somebody asks me to get them some donuts and I promise I'm acting like I don't hear.
I ain't lying. If they find donuts in his cart or anything, they should treat it like drugs.
Yeah.
No lie.
Have a dog come over there sniffing and shit around. What's the next video? Go on, man.
Found a pack of cookies. Get your big ass off that damn. Come on, you under arrest.
You
walk. Y'all check this out. This is real effed up and funny right here.
A home inspector caught on a nanny cam pleasuring himself with a stuffed toy.
What the fuck? He done made Elmo mad.
Oh my God. See?
Oh my God.
See?
That one almost killed me. That one almost killed me. We ain't gonna replay that one. Cause I got to play. You want it?
What's wrong with him?
I'm so glad I ain't got
no. He go in the bedroom. Don't even let him come back because he might be a window keeper.
Only thing I'm gonna say is watch what you doing. There's cameras everywhere. God, dog.
Yeah, because I have cameras in my house.
Look, I'm a trainer at my job, and I tell my guys, I said, when you're out there working, please, if you got to go pee, either do one or two things. Get you a cup and have in your goddamn truck with you so you can just kind of go out there and just let it go. Or take your ass to a gas station somewhere. Do not be pissing on the side of people's houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we didn't got
a
couple of years, folks up there pissing on the side. I saw one of you guys urinating on the side of my house. You know what, sir? I can't tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Next time you're out there spraying with some hot water or some shit, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Throw some grits out your window.
Yeah, just throw it out there. I mean, that's crazy.
Hey, this last one, I am not assuming responsibility. This is the worst joke.
I don't even want to participate.
This is the worst joke in the history. This is so bad, but this is exactly what this segment is for. Check this out.
Oh my God, that is
whoever made that video need to go to jail.
That is so.
Who did that?
That is so terrible.
The internet ain't got no chill.
Y'all, I think I rolled out
and then
the
the blind people can't even see the video.
Yeah.
Wait, yes, they can. Here you go.
You need to repent.
The fact he going.
It's the first little.
You need to repent because he was somewhere up in Revelations.
Oh my
But
God.
it didn't look like it was at the end of the Bible, so I don't know what he was reading.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. It was a fly on my screen. Hold on. Oh,
Oh,
You
my
going
God.
down.
oh my. Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can
God,
talk
dog. I'm through. I'm through.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in the Bold and Driven EP. God dog it, like, share, subscribe to this channel as well as share the video. We got TMI News next week, but we also have our own damn sports show every Friday at 8 p.m. We're gonna get into the playoffs. So it's going down, NBA playoffs. Hey, can you be Thomas J? What y'all got to say before we get the hell out of here?
Look, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm surprised I made it because I got migraine.
You got a migraine?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Crazy. She crazy.
Look.
Only thing I got to say, fellas, remember, if I catch you out there doing them line dances, there's gonna be some hell to pay. That's all I got to say.
Wait, we got some comments, but before y'all know how can you be with that migraine all show you was.
And then that's all I was. I ain't want to go to rock side to side though.
Said she was the whole show. Go take some for that woman. Go take some.
And then I really got pissed off because Tommy J put on his sunglasses and mine's not in here, so it's been downhill from there.
Hey.
Oh my God, man, that video is horrible.
That was getting me. I was like,
woo,
his glasses on. But anywho, hey, thank you for rocking with us and stuff. And
that part.
next week.
Hey, peace out. I'm done. I can't stand y'all.